Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where glossy brochures, dealer pitches, and marketing fluff all get tossed aside so we can focus on what really matters, how a car actually looks, feels, and drives in the real world. If you're new here, welcome aboard. This is where we break down the cars you're curious about without the sugarcoating, so you know exactly what you're getting before you set foot in the showroom. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the brand new 2026 Honda Elevate, a compact SUV that Honda is positioning as a smart, stylish, and practical choice for urban drivers who want just enough space, comfort, and tech without jumping into something oversized. But the big question is, does the Elevate deliver on that promise, or does it leave you wanting more? Let's find out. Exterior. Right off the bat, the Elevate greets you with a face that feels very Honda, but with a modern twist. The front end is bold without being aggressive, wearing a wide, upright grille that's finished in either gloss black or chrome depending on trim level. The headlights are sharp, swept-back LED units that blend neatly into the grille, giving it a cohesive and premium look. There's also a subtle DRL signature that outlines the top and side edges, so when it's lit up at night, it has that upscale presence. Down below, the bumper integrates a secondary grille with functional air intakes, flanked by fog lamps on higher trims. The hood itself carries strong creases that add to the SUV's stance. It's not trying to look overly sporty, but it does feel confident. From the side, the Elevate balances proportion and practicality really well. It's unmistakably a compact SUV, but Honda has made the design upright enough to maximize cabin space while keeping it sleek enough to look modern. The wheel arches are slightly squared off with a bit of cladding, giving it a rugged flavor without going overboard. Depending on trim, you'll see either 16-inch or 17-inch alloys, and the design language on the wheels complements the body lines well. The roof line is mostly straight, so rear passengers won't feel squeezed on headroom, and you do get roof rails on select models for that adventure-ready vibe. The shoulder line runs cleanly from the front fender all the way to the rear taillights, which ties the design together and makes it look a little longer than it actually is. Blacked-out pillars on higher trims create that floating roof effect, and Honda's choice of paint color set including vibrant reds, classy silvers, and a striking pearl white adds to the sense of personality. Move to the rear, and the Elevate keeps things simple but modern. The taillights are LED units with a horizontal layout, joined by a trim strip that visually widens the stance. There's a clean Honda badge in the center, and the bumper integrates black cladding with a faux skid plate look. Unlike some competitors, Honda didn't over-design the back. It's clean, uncluttered, and easy on the eyes. Practical touches like a wide-opening tailgate and a low-loading lip make it functional too. So, overall, while it's not a radical SUV in terms of styling, the Elevate nails that balance of being sophisticated enough for city life while still rugged enough to not look out of place on a road trip. Interior. Step inside, and this is where Honda has clearly prioritized comfort and usability. The cabin design is straightforward but well thought out. The dashboard is upright, giving it a sense of space, and the materials, while not luxury-grade, are solid and well-finished. On higher trims, you get soft touch pads along the dash and doors, contrasted with piano black or brushed silver inserts. The centerpiece is a large floating touchscreen, measuring up to 10.25 inches on top models. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and Honda's latest interface is both quick and user-friendly. Below the screen, the climate-control knobs are physical, which is a big win for usability on the go. The steering wheel is a 3-spoke design, leather-wrapped on upper trims, and packed with controls for audio, calls, and driver aids. Behind it, you'll find a semi-digital driver display, part analog, part digital, or a full digital unit if you go higher up the lineup. Seating comfort is surprisingly good for a compact SUV. The front seats are supportive with decent bolstering, and rear passengers get generous legroom thanks to Honda's clever packaging. Headroom is also solid, thanks to that upright roof line. The rear bench reclines slightly for extra comfort, and even with 3 adults back there, it doesn't feel cramped. Cargo space is competitive too, offering enough room for a couple of large suitcases and then some. making it versatile for both daily chores and longer weekend getaways. On the tech and convenience front, the Elevate doesn't hold back. Depending on trim, you'll get features like wireless phone charging, a premium audio system, connected car tech, and even a panoramic sunroof that really opens up the cabin. Honda has also fitted the Elevate with its suite of driver assistance systems on higher trims, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, collision mitigation braking, and blind spot monitoring. It's the kind of safety-first approach that makes the Elevate appealing to family buyers. Now let's talk about performance, which is where things get interesting. The Elevate comes with a 1.5-liter naturally aspirated petrol engine, familiar to anyone who's driven recent Honda models. It produces around 121 horsepower and 145 Nm of torque, paired with either a 6-speed manual or a CVT automatic. On paper, those numbers won't blow you away, but in the real world, this engine is smooth, reliable, and efficient. Around the city, the Elevate feels light and easy to drive, with a steering setup that's responsive without being twitchy. The CVT is tuned for smoothness rather than excitement, so it's more about relaxed cruising than spirited acceleration. On the highway, it maintains pace confidently, though if you push it hard, you'll notice the engine working a bit. What makes the Elevate shine is Honda's tuning of the suspension and chassis. It strikes a great balance between comfort and stability. Potholes, speed bumps, and rough patches are handled without trauma, and yet the SUV doesn't feel floaty when you pick up speed. It's a setup that's clearly optimized for the daily grind but won't punish you on longer journeys either. Fuel economy is also a strong point, with the CVT versions expected to return over 15 km/L in mixed driving conditions, making it cost-effective to run. While there isn't a hybrid option at launch, rumors suggest Honda might expand the powertrain lineup in the near future. As for pricing, the 2026 Honda Elevate is expected to come in very competitively. While exact numbers vary by market, it's positioned to undercut some of its rivals while still offering more features and Honda's well-known reliability. Depending on the trim and options, you're looking at a range that should be attractive to both young professionals seeking their first SUV and families who need a dependable, practical vehicle without breaking the bank. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Honda Elevate isn't about being flashy or extravagant, it's about being well-rounded. It's stylish enough to turn heads without being polarizing, practical enough to carry your family and luggage without feeling cramped, and packed with just the right amount of tech to make life easier without overwhelming you. It may not deliver thrills in terms of raw performance, but for the buyer who values comfort, reliability, and day-to-day usability, it makes a very strong case. And that wraps up our detailed look at the 2026 Honda Elevate. If you found this review helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Car Flash so you don't miss our deep dives into the latest cars hitting the streets. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think about the Elevate. How does it tick the right boxes for you? Or would you go for one of its rivals instead? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.